Oh, hey there guys, just polishing one of my Herring Masters trophies. It's actually a cutout of the actual size of the herring that I caught to take out that championship. But that's not what we're here for today, guys. We're here today to discuss the 2021 Herring Masters Championship that's going to be taking place down in Augusta this Saturday night. It's going to run from 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock. I thought we would use this opportunity to go over some of the tactics and the tackle I used to win all these trophies behind me in the Herring Masters Championships over the years. In actual fact, this is the 2010 Grand Final shirt, where I won the championship that year as well. I've actually won it 10 years in a row. I'm now going to step aside. I'm going to be the officiator for this Herring Masters Championship, and I'm going to give someone else a chance to try and win this. Hopefully Peter can build on his duck that he has accrued in the last championship last year, catching fuck all. Okay, what can I say? Slinky's a shit. But anyway, next up on this episode of Herring TV, I'm going to go through some of the tactics that I use, some of the lures I use, and first up, I think we're going to go over and we're going to look at some of the soft plastics that are my favorite to use when targeting herring. First up, pretty common one, pretty popular one amongst the WA anglers is the Slim Swims, the Z-Man Slim Swims in bloodworm. It, to me, it impersonates little baitfish, prawns, and lures like brim lures when you're trying to win a brim comp. Along come the herring. Next up is the Z-Man Grub. Fantastic lure, catch a lot of herring. I've, won a lot of championships on Z-Man Grubs in bloodworm color again. And next up, when the herring are chasing the crayfish, I like to imitate baby crayfish, and there's nothing better than the Bait Breath 2-inch rush crawl in color 726. Perfect crayfish imitation bait. And then the finesse soft plastics I like to use is the, I don't know how to pronounce it, is a duster, a duster, whatever you want to call it. These are great little soft plastics for the herring. And one of the best retrievers is just a real fast crank. You just got to crank it, all right? Don't pussyfy it around like working a slinky over the surface. Oh, it looks blooping. No, just don't worry about that. Just chuck it out there and crank it as hard as you can, and the herring will come along and they will nail it 9 times out of 10. Moving over towards hard bodies, you can't go past the classic slicers. Look at this. There we go. This is the Sniper 15. Brilliant herring lure. Yep. Or this one, especially when the sun's out and you want to get some of the that reflection going. I like that chrome holographic foil that's stuck on the face of that. Then the next one is the little finesse one. There we go. That's for when the herring are shut down and you've really got to, just drop down in size. And probably you guys are wondering, why on earth am I holding this one? Well, this one's great for when you're trying to chase mackerel. The herring will never fail to show up and smash the living shit out of this hard body. That's the Halco. I don't know, it's like the 110, 115, 120. I don't know. They've got way too many sizes. But yeah, just as long as it's, bigger than a herring itself, should be fine. It should definitely attract all the herring in the vicinity. All right, now when it comes to fishing lines, look, I don't like to pussyfoot around. I know a lot of people like to use, 10, 20, 30, 40 pound line, but it's really overkill. You just have to minimize the pound rating that you're using. And I like to use 4 pound. Let's see if the camera focuses on that. I have no idea if it is or not, but I'm sure that you guys can make sense of that number there, especially if you can see it clearly. Now I'm rambling. So it's £4. There you go, guys. £4. One of the best pound ratings that I like to use to catch the majestic herring. What else do I have to cover before we kick the championship off on Saturday night? Here we go. Rods and reels. You know, when I'm social fishing and it's not really, you know, like a big deal, when the, you know, when the money is on the line and you're fighting for that championship, all these trophies in the back, you know, one thing that I like to use, just when you just want to just chill out, relax and throw a line in, I like to use a really nice outfit. This is my, what is it, the Tierra 4000, the Daiwa Tierra 4000, matched on a nice big rod with absolutely no pound, oh no, there is some pound ratings here. What have we got here? We've got the Daiwa Ladio 7'6", 5 to 9 kilos. So that's sufficient power in stopping those herring from taking you back down to the bottom and busting you off on the reef. Oh, and that's one of the lures I like to use. Again, that mackerel technique, when you're chasing mackerel, yeah, throw that out and the herring will most likely come along. And there you have the knot that I like to use is an FG knot. You know, these herring, they do fight pretty well for their size. As you can see here, you know, when you're fighting herring of such size, you have to have the knot strength to stop them from bricking you. All right, so there we go, guys. That is my social rod. Oh, but then when I am getting down to business and I have to try and win the comp, you know, trophy hunter, I use this squid rod. Reason why I use the squid rod is because when I go squidding and I've caught enough squid, yeah, I can't be bothered changing over to a more conventional rod, you know, one that is suitable for catching herring. I just put a hook on there, a jig head or a metal slice, chuck a Z-Man on there, lob it out there, and you will wind in your herring. You don't need to be too fancy when it comes to the rods, but you know, a nice small reel. I think this is a Freems 2000. It is. Yeah, so that is what I like to use when I'm fishing tournaments. This is the Eggy Equip Gladiator rod. So you can just bang a jig head on there, throw it out there, and I can guarantee you, you will be slaying the herring. All right, so that's all for the tackle talk. Look, there are some other things that you can use. Look, you can use green Lumo tubes, you know, bells on the end of your rod, you know, all that stuff like burley cages, you know, all, you know, just those things that are perfect for people who live in Mandurah. I don't like to use Lumo beads and, you know, tubes and all that stuff. You know, when the herring take you into the reef and bust you off, all those Lumo beads, they just get, you know, discarded. They get littered. You know, they just create so much pollution. And it's actually said that there are spots in the ocean where Lumo beads have gathered and you can see it glowing in the dark at night time. You can actually look at it up on Google Maps. So now I like to steer clear from Lumo beads. It's really something that, you know, I don't believe in, but I know that, you know, it's pretty popular in Mandurah, but yeah, no, not with me, mate. But anyway, all right, so moving on, we're going to move on down to the nitty gritty stuff. The things that await you when you win. And I'm going to show you that in 1 second because I forgot to grab it. But before I show you guys what you can win by taking out the biggest herring in this Herring Masters Championship, we'll pause for a quick break. This advert is brought to you by Emu Export. Welcome back, guys. And one of the things, oh shit, bumped the camera. So the main prize to win in the Herring Masters Championship, big dollars, big dollars. All right. If you're counting those stacks of 20s all night, all right, you will be winning big money for this event. This is a lot of money is on the line. $10 per angler, right? Biggest herring takes a lot. However, there is something for second place. I am going to, and bugger it, third place as well. I'm going to make up a couple of prize packs of lures that I have won in the past, stuff that just gets, tossed around and forgotten about. It's forgotten that these lures that are just left lying around my house are actually fantastic herring lures. So I'm going to make up a fair few, no, not fair few, but yeah, 2 prize packs for second and third. So if you guys have gotten this far in the video, and I doubt a lot of you guys have, I might have to make a separate post about this because I reckon 99% would have clicked this video off by now. But if you have made it this far in the video, then be aware that there is going to be 2 prizes for second and third. There's going to be some product packs that I'm going to make up. But yeah, top prize is big dollars. All right, big dollars. So you could potentially win, if we have 10 people, that's obviously going to be $100, and we're going to have 15, well, 150, 20, $200, and so on. I think there's only about 20 odd people that are coming down. So yeah, maximum prize will be a couple $100. But hey, for catching the longest herring, that's some handy coin to take away. But it just depends on how many people get involved. But $10, it's not much, guys. Get your money in, get down to the Malloy Island jetty, and yeah, just get stuck in and have a good time. That's all for tonight, guys. See you down there.